All I cared about was proving things to people. And then I skipped past that phase. I skipped past proving to people. Because if there's anything I've found out, people don't give a fuck. No matter what you prove to them, no matter what happens, your goal shouldn't be to prove anything to anybody other than yourself. You follow? Because if not, then your happiness and your sense of achievement is only tied to other people and how they feel about the things that you've done, which is bullshit. That shouldn't be how you live your life. So I skipped past that, but I'm still, this is in between in between that phase and the relationship phase. Now it's like, okay, I'm enlightened. I don't care about what other people think, but I still care about what I think. I still care that I'm gaining weight. I still care that I'm not doing enough work. These things I care about, and I still care about these things. But now you bring in a third party, right? That's not just yourself saying, hey, you haven't done enough. Hey, you're fat. Hey, you're this. Hey, you're that, which is self-destructive in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't be our motivations, but it is. It is for a lot of us. Our insecurities are what motivate us to try different things and get better at different things. So when those insecurities are wiped, then it's like, why do I need to eat good? You know what I'm saying? I have a beautiful woman that loves me. I don't need to be in shape. I don't need to care about... I got to care about my body still? Ugh. It's crazy because when you're younger, you're like, oh, I don't know how these guys let themselves go. How does that happen? I had a guy tell me, he's like, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, shit. These guys are, it's not that there's nothing you can do about it, but I can see how that happens. I can see exactly how it happens. It's just comfort. It is comfort. That's the thing. Sometimes we find ourselves too comfortable. And I feel, to draw back on the Conor McGregor thing, I feel like he is far too comfortable in his training. And this is just an outside, I'm talking, I'm just talking to talk. I don't know shit about Conor McGregor and how he trains and how he does anything. But it seems to me like he is the boss of what goes on. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like he's being humbled. It doesn't seem like he's bringing in, a coach to tell him, hey, fuck you, we're doing this today, not what you want to do. He's not out catching chickens like Rocky. You follow me? Because it's something that he hasn't done before. It seems to me like he's doing a lot of the same things. He hasn't really evolved. We haven't seen him in the octagon long enough. His career is also an anomaly. It's strange, right? Like he had a phenomenal run at 145. He gets the belt. Then he goes and fights Nate Diaz. He loses. Then he wins by a majority decision. That was the longest we've seen him in the octagon, right? And that was at 170, and then he goes to 155, gets the belt, he goes and fights Floyd, he disappears, comes back to fight Khabib, gets choked out in 4 rounds, and then these past 3 fights have just been quick. He smokes Cowboy, 2nd round KO, 1st round doctor stoppage. Like, he's kind of an anomaly. And it's strange. It's strange because he had this meteoric rise, and sometimes what's fast don't last, people. That's another thing. That's another thing you can learn from Conor McGregor's career. What's fast don't last. You follow me? Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes something works. But what's fast does not last, man. If that's anything that is probably the biggest thing that we can take from Conor. You got to see the guys who have the slow burns. The guys who stayed at it. That's Dustin Poirier. That guy has been at it. He lost to Conor McGregor, and he's lost, one time since? A couple times? I don't even know. He lost to Khabib. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure that might have been one of his last losses. Either way, he took that, and he's been working. He has been working. How many fights has he had since he lost Conor? Since he lost to Conor the first time? 7, 8, 9? I mean, come on. And how many times has Conor fought in the UFC? Maybe half? Since then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably more than 7 or 8 or 9, if we're being honest. You know what I'm saying? It's probably been a lot more. Actually, I think he got knocked out by Michael Johnson after that. But either way, it don't matter. That guy has grinded. He's had the slow burn. That's why I always say, I favor that. I favor having the longer road. That's what my life's always been. As I told Caroline that a long time ago when we first started talking to each other, I'm like, listen, everything I've done has been extra hard. That's just the way my life is. That's the way some of our lives are. Everything has been extra hard. But you want to know why it makes a difference now? Because later on, you can coast. Not saying that you should. I'm not saying that always happens. But there's opportunities to coast. Think about it.